Move on to our next session, which is actually a very nice segue from what we heard from the Wipro team. They talked about building business process assets, using Vanguard solutions, building it on BPM platforms, and that's exactly what we're going to be talking about next. It's really a case study. It's one trust company's journey, as you can see, transforming business processes to serve clients, create value, and grow exponentially. So it's my great pleasure to welcome John Bovatsek, the Director of Oakbrook Solutions, Ed Hughes, the Senior Vice President, Worldwide Sales for Appian, Tony Painter, who's CEO of Oakbrook, and also Jeffrey Sturman, who's the President of the Edward Jones Trust Company. So with that, let me hand over to John.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. My name is John Bovatsek. I'm the Business Process Management Practice Leader at Oakbrook Solutions, and I'm going to introduce and moderate our case study this morning. The case study is about the delivery of a pre-developed business process management solution that was developed specifically for wealth and investment management, client service, and support processes. It's not a toolkit, but it's a solution that's then developed in partnership with Appian Corporation, and in this case, implemented within Edward Jones Trust Company. So Oakbrook Solutions, we are a consulting solutions provider focused on wealth and investment management. We provide project change management, business analysis, systems integration, conversion support, typically in support of the occasional change event in the industry. We know that's relatively infrequent here, but that's what we do. We've spent the last 3 years understanding, learning about, and developing WealthWorks, which is our business process management solution for our space, and that's what we're here to talk about this morning. Edward Jones Trust Company, you'll hear the business owner's perspective by Jeffrey Sturman. Edward Jones Trust Company is an emerging and rapidly growing trust company that provides private wealth management, trust, fiduciary services, and investment management services through the Edward Jones network of financial advisors. A couple of key themes I'd like to highlight before we turn it over to the rest of the panel. One, because it is a delivered solution, really the emphasis on leveraging partnerships both between the client and the solution providers to deliver a robust solution integrated with the back office systems in about 120 days for the initial phase into production. And what this enabled, because it's not a toolkit, really enabled the business associates to take ownership of the tailoring of that solution to meet their needs. So Jeff did not have to rely on a process center of excellence to interpret the business functions on a BPM system and then present that. We started with a solution and which was instantly recognizable to the associates and enabled them to mold it to their business. And finally, once implemented, everybody talks about business process management around automation, efficiency, improving quality, but there's an added dimension in this case regarding empowering, actually as a catalyst for highly collaborative service delivery, where you have experienced domain expertise, whether it's legal, compliance, fiduciary, investment management, all coming together through the onboarding of new business and ongoing service of that business to make an informed organizational decision on the behalf of the trust company clients. So to get us started, I'm going to turn it over to Edward Hughes and then to Tony Painter, who will introduce the companies and the partnership behind the WealthWorks offering, and we'll turn it over to Jeffrey Sturman to provide the business owner's perspective on the implementation. Edward?
Thank you, John. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting us here to talk about some very exciting case studies with Edward Jones and Oakbrook. Ordinarily,